we're gonna just charge you with a bunch of nonsense. And then we're not going to even let you talk about it to defend yourself in the court of public opinion.
Former President Trump and his legal team will not be forbidden from speaking publicly about his ongoing legal case in a win for the far right, who have made the gag order conversation the biggest issue of Trump's, current issues.
This feels like a violation not just of your First Amendment, but of your Fifth Amendment and probably a bunch of other amendments. But who really cares?
That's a lot of amendments, many of which have nothing to do with defending yourself in the court of public opinion and the rights you have while doing so. But I guess all of this ranting and raving paid off, as a gag order was not requested during the Tuesday arraignment hearing, and the judge who is presiding over the case also said he wouldn't have granted one if it had been requested. I think that objectively is probably a smart decision, not just to capitulate to these loonies like Donald Trump Jr., but in the sense that this case is very, very unique for the publicity it will generate. And it isn't just a high-profile celebrity battling it out in court like we've seen plenty of. This is the former president of our nation, an unprecedented situation of an unprecedentedly unpopular figure. That means that all eyes on the country will be on it. And this, of course, affects the jury. I don't think there's a person in this entire country who doesn't have an opinion on Donald Trump, good or bad. And because of that, it will be very hard to find a neutral group of people assessing his case. That situation is very rare, and to me it shows that when it comes to the media attention that this case will generate, all precedents should go out the window. I also personally think that nothing Trump says in the public eye will really change our perspective on his guilt or innocence. He can bring more color to it, but do we really think that one of these speeches is going to convince someone that he is more guilty than they thought or more innocent, as opposed to, say, 6 years of him being the most notable political figure in the country? I mean, look at one of his recent speeches and tell me if you think this will make or break his case.
Numbers. Not the same place that I know, not the same place that you know. And this is where we are right now. I have a Trump-hating judge with a Trump-hating wife and family whose daughter worked for Kamala Harris and now receives money from the Biden-Harris campaign, and a lot of it.
Did anyone else think Donald said he himself had a Trump-hating wife? It certainly raises questions about Melania's whereabouts, but that's a different story altogether. I seriously find it hard to believe more speeches like this will really have an effect on his case. I could be wrong, and let me know if I am, but gag order or not, Trump's prospects do not look good no matter what way the right tries to spin it. If you want to see more of my coverage on The Breakdown, stay right here. You can watch my latest video on Kari Lake blowing up her entire grift by clicking on the link in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching. You can follow me on all platforms at CaroJohnson917.